Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again. These two fighters, Cyplian Katumba, nicknamed the African Zombie, from the black corner, and Kennedy Sseruyange, who is from the yellow corner, have both been trained in the same gym before, but they clearly start without any form of friendship between them or respect at all as they get us underway with the first bout today. Ian and Declan Chinto, of course, joining me to slice this down. Guys, this is a bout we are about to see.
First of all, thank you for introducing me, Webb and Ian. Nice to be with you guys. And off the bat, Kennedy is going into it. Look at that spinning head kick. Beautiful. He is really putting some power behind those shots, and yeah, this is what we came for.
Yeah, yes, it is. Cyprian has gone for a couple of early low kicks. But of course, as we mentioned earlier, he's fighting against someone who knows him quite well, Sseruyange.
Ooh, that's a very good jab.
These are two fighters who have got pretty much the same history, because they are both boxers and kickboxers. That's their history. Kennedy has got some bit of more experience. He has fought 25 bouts in kickboxing, winning all.
That's a very good
He was
combination.
beaten in boxing, but we clearly see it that the two fighters are good with their upper work. That's striking.
I think this is the kind of fight we're expecting from these two. Both of them do have that background, like you said. Both of them are comfortable on their feet. Will be interesting to see if any of them wants to switch things up and take this to the ground at some point.
I think them coming from the same gym might play a factor, because that means both fighters know each other's game. But these beginning striking exchanges are powerful. Cyprian is not holding back on those shots at all. I like this double exchange, push kick, tip situation going on. Kennedy, obviously, so far the more active fighter of the two.
He does have the longer legs.
Kick that one. Had it landed?
No, it slightly missed. He does have the more explosive attacks indeed.
Yeah, Kennedy there from the yellow corner, the taller guy, for those of us watching. Says he's good with his kicks, and you can clearly see it. I like the way they're keeping the distance between the two. There's no room for clinching.
There is no room. None of these strikers are thinking of grappling at all.
Not at all.
I also like what Cyprian is doing with those leg kicks. They will add up. Let them not lie to you. They add up eventually during the course of the fight.
One by one makes a bundle, they say. How much will those kicks that are not looking so scary so far, Ian?
Yeah, I don't think none of them has really landed, but like you said, the more and more low kicks that connect over time, we will see this as we go the distance.
I do like that the fighters are using kicks more and not just solely relying on their boxing, giving your opponent a different look, attacking high, attacking low.
That was a powerful
very
fight.
beautiful right hook rather.
Cyprian was too lucky not to go down with that, because he quite landed
clean.
Responded.
And he returned with a nice one of his own too.
Responded with a good body kick and then with a good punch.
You feel like Kennedy's a bit with the advantage with his stance?
I'd say Kennedy just has a reach, which he's using very well. He's sliding in and out from Cyprian very well. So he's sliding into touch and slide out just in time, so Cyprian can't reply. And what if I'm Cyprian? What
trying to go for the combo.
Oh, exactly.
And now we're getting our first clinch of the day. Cyprian trying to sweep him down. Hard punches, those are rapid punches there from Cyprian. He's trying to take him down.
Combination.
Kennedy is watching everything coming at him, but those punches must have landed, Declan.
And Cyprian did exactly what I was about to say. If I was him, I want to enter in and cut the distance. I want to make Kennedy's reach null. And that's exactly how we entered that clinch situation, and obviously you see why.
But Kennedy is concentrating so much on landing punches to the face of Cyprian.
He does have the reach advantage, and you expect him to continue to do that.
Indeed, but Kennedy should be wary. You don't want to headhunt, man. You don't want to headhunt because you become predictable, and that's the worst thing that can happen to you in the hexagon. You do not want to be predictable.
They're still mostly keeping the fight in the center of the hexagon.
So
not so much to the...
Indeed. I like to see some switch up, man. Some body shots, some body jabs, some leg kicks from Kennedy, especially Kennedy.
That's a powerful
Cyprian
jab
is doing a good job of mixing up his strikes, but Kennedy is only headhunting. I want to see him mix it up. Some legs, some body.
Probably taking your advice right there. Going for a low one.
Yeah, because you don't want to be a one-trick horse, as Webb put it earlier.
But you can tell
one-trick ponies don't work in such a game. That's why it's called mixed martial arts. You've got to come with a combination of several. 10 seconds to go in the first round.
10-second warning, these two guys getting a good feel of each other.
It's interesting. This is the first bout, probably.
And
where
that is-
I was wondering if any of them would try to switch things
Let's
up.
look
but
at these exchanges.
those replays give you an impression of who perhaps could have taken this first round.
Well,
Declan.
let's look at them right now. For off the bat, I would say the power advantage lands with Cyprian. Obviously, he's landing the heavier shots. But when it comes to the
Variables are good with
it
power.
explains the
I
power.
thought the Porsche and Beans would come in more handy if you wanted power. But anyway, as we get into the second round of this 3-round, 5 minutes each bout, where they continue with their
Those
kicks,
leg
same
kicks are
script
going
like
to
it was
add
in the
up.
first
Let
round.
them not lie to you.
yeah,
Let
we've
them
seen,
not lie
we've
to
seen
you.
some good low kicks from Cyprian, beginning of the first round, beginning of the second round
They
as
are
well.
going to add up. Let them not lie to you. If
Oh,
Kennedy doesn't
that
start,
landed still on the
if
first
Kennedy does not start checking those leg kicks, he very soon cannot place his weight on that front lead leg.
Well,
If he does not start, and you should be very careful with the swinging. You don't want to go wide.
and I feel like if you swing so much and your punches don't land, you might run out of gas.
And not
Because
only
you
that,
use
you
a lot
ex-
of energy in your
You
punch.
also
and
expose yourself
Oh, look at
because you don't want to swing wildly and miss, and then have your whole back exposed to some sort of attack. So, as you're swinging, even if you do want to land with power, you should be accurate. You really want to make sure that power sticks.
Another low kick, another
another
good
low
low
kick,
kick from Cyprian.
I'm telling you, they're going to add up, man.
But given his reach, give him credit for managing to pull off those interesting kicks, because he's a bit short. Some of them were actually getting to the upper body of Kennedy.
Yeah, quick stoppage, of course, for the glove right there.
Indeed,
But-
but the low kicks is good for the shorter fighter in Cyprian, because in that you nullify the jab. Every time you give a low kick to the front leg, you're also blocking your opponent's ability to jab properly, because you need to plant your weight on that.
Oh, that was a powerful punch from Kennedy. He
He has
tries
him
to
on the
corner
cage.
him.
He's
Okay,
finally
we
got
have a
this.
clean
Are we taking it
situation.
down for the first time?
What do we have? We have a takedown. Does it count?
Cyprian
Does
just went
it
to avoid
count?
that takedown.
No,
Throw
it's
there to
finally
avoid that takedown.
completed.
It's down now. Finally. Nothing threatening, Declan, is it?
No, not as of yet. Cyprian is still safe for now, but he
Tries
does.
to go into half
He
guard.
should not be pulling guard, in my opinion. You really want to separate and get back on your feet. You do not want to pull guard or give Kennedy the chance to
That
mount.
open guard is not serving Cyprian in it.
It's really not serving Cyprian, especially if you do not know how to play open guard. If you don't know how to play off your back in general, you don't want to be on your back.
Well, he has done well at least to keep Kennedy close to him so that he doesn't land any deadly punches.
But I like that Kennedy is right in his corner. So
half
he's
guard-
listening
half
to
guard
his
is
he's
working.
listening to his corner man. He's listening
Cyprian
to
has
his
got his
coaches.
half guard on. Gives him some bit of control. I feel like Cyprian has got better control in this, in as much as Kennedy's on top.
Kennedy is right in front of his corner and he's listening to them. He's listening to how
he's
to
listening,
keep control,
as
and
you
it's
said.
obviously working. Whatever advice they're giving.
Yeah, Cyprian's not. He has had no damage done against him since the takedown.
It's a clean fight, I feel. It's a smart fight. Do you feel?
It is, but also we've said this countless times. These two guys do have a kickboxing background and a boxing background, so
Look
both
at
of them are used to being
the
on their
battle
feet.
of legs there.
Are
Yeah,
you
he's
guys,
landing a few shots
Look at that
seeing
escape there.
those punches that Kennedy is sneaking in as he scrambles?
and back up as we predicted.
That's very beautiful, very beautiful. He refused to accept the position.
Wow, that was a powerful
Got back.
escape there from Cyprian to get back.
Make it unbearable, and make sure give your opponent something to think about. Make them also know that you came here for the win as much as they did.
It will be interesting to see how conditioning plays a factor
Another
in this
takedown
one.
attempt.
Another
yeah.
takedown attempt. That
Beautiful,
landed.
beautiful kick.
Kennedy is losing his stamina.
Kennedy is getting a bit wild. He needs to get composed. He
of
needs to
course,
compose himself.
As the fight
And Kennedy now takes Cyprian down.
That's a very
What
beautiful
does, he
takedown.
make, what does he do with that takedown? Trying
Okay.
to go get into side control.
Trying to get
Now
into a
trying
mount
to mount
position.
him now.
Trying to get into
trying to get into a mount
nice.
position, which he
This
does.
This is exactly where Kennedy wants
This
to
is
be.
the part where they keep
And
pounding.
Cyprian is doing okay. He was doing the right thing.
Ra-
He is still doing the right thing. You want to bring
Trying to slide
Cyprian
under his
is landing.
opponent.
Wow, that's a good
nice.
try.
He's got his back.
Let's see what he has. Is that a hook? Is that one
This
one
could
one
be.
arm in?
Has got his
I want to see
back.
how
He's
deep
trying.
it is.
This could be an
He
killer
rolls
stroke.
over. Nice
If he does
seatbelt
get
grip.
his leg well and locks Cyprian well,
He has a good
Reaches
seatbelt
onto
grip,
that
but
choke.
Cyprian might be entering full guard. He might. He has escaped. It's out.
He has
good
managed
escape.
to
out.
escape.
Good escape.
It's gone. That moment has gone.
Not a threat.
That moment has
Not
gone.
a threat.
If exactly, but then the triangle is real.
He is
The triangle is
getting
very
part of the
real.
Triangle. He
That
has
triangle
hooks.
is very real.
One leg in,
Kennedy just needs to make sure he gets that arm to the other side of his body. If he can switch that arm across his body to the
Cyprian is
other...
in trouble.
Oh,
Still has
His feet are strong.
beautiful
Wow.
triangle escape.
And back to
Cyprian
his
was
feet.
lucky to escape that decline.
No, I won't say that escape was luck. That escape was all skill. He kept his composure and he walked through the triangle, breaking the lock, and yeah.
Kennedy playing some good groundwork and
Against Kennedy, the second round has to be all Cyprian.
oh Cyprian. Yeah, you agree?
He had the bet in the grappling situations.
He was taken down twice.
But
though.
look at that, he was taken
Yeah,
down
he
twice,
was
yeah?
taken down
He was
twice.
taken down twice, though he did minimize the damage when
He
they
did
were
minimize
in
the
those
damage when he was
positions.
taken down, and he did have the power difference in the striking. It's very evident.
I think we've had two very close ones.
Whoever tried is right now. I'll say Kennedy looks the fresher fighter. I don't.
The zombie is very much alive.
I'd like to see some more composed striking. Both strikers were very wild in the beginning of the second fight, just going out there. I think this third round is going to be all endurance and composure. The more accurate striker may take this one.
Whoever keeps more gas in their tank will be able to go the entire distance. That is if both fighters are not planning a knockout.
I like that from the ref, man. We want to see action, exactly.
Yeah, we came here for action, and of course, they've given us a bit of it. I mean, trust me, in there, you don't want to just come all out against your opponent. Never mind these two coming from the same gym.
And I think
There should be some bit of respect.
the
between
fact
them.
that they do come from the same gym, the fact that they do have that knowledge of each other, that is why we've seen the kind of fight that we've
Yeah.
seen. Both of them are comfortable on their feet. That's where they've tried to keep it. And in the moments where there were some opportunities, you could see the hesitation because of that knowledge of each other.
Oh yeah, man. I like that Kennedy's corner is calling for some more unauthorized strikes, rather. Some Superman punches, some tips. I think that basically they're telling him keep it unpredictable. Keep Cyprian moving, keep Cyprian thinking, and maybe that may be the window you need. And also, I'd love to see Kennedy follow up. He just throws one
Yeah.
jab, and then
and
he
doesn't follow it up
and
with
he
it.
just comes back. I'd like to see him following up.
It's getting animated right
some,
now.
Some
Cyprian is
taunting.
doing some. Oh.
Oh, that ring, that cage, the ring. The
Like you
cage
said,
is
the
very
sweat.
slippery, man.
It is very, very slippery.
So now we'll
Very,
see who
very
can make use
slippery.
of the sweat. Remember the introduce? What's the secret advantage?
Secret advantage.
Kennedy has cut the cage.
Oh!
Be very careful.
Did that land home?
It did, but it almost took his balance. You want to be very careful.
Two very closely matched
Kennedy,
fighters.
Kennedy needs to follow
Oh,
up these
that
shots,
one-
man.
that
He's
landed.
just touching one and go. You can't touch one and go. You need to follow up. Give a combination. Give 3, 4 punches.
Take a few
I
risks.
think he's afraid
Yeah.
of getting so close because if you're
Taking
going
a
to
few-
follow up, you need to come closer. And I think
You
he
can
has
still throw.
tested the heavy punch of Cyprian.
Yeah,
That's
you
why he's trying
can.
to.
But you can throw a combination from that reach, man. Exactly. Like that. You can do a 1-2. You
listening
don't
to
have to be a
advice.
3-punch, 4-punch combination. Just don't do that. Don't stick and move. You want to follow up. You want to keep your opponent. You want to keep your opponent. What?
Guessing.
Exactly. You want to keep your opponent guessing.
Keep your opponent guessing, mix things up. We have seen a bit of variety, but not consistently the way you want, Declan.
Keep your opponent guessing, but I can bet we can't guess exactly who is in the more advantageous position so far.
This
the
is
two
the second
fighters have
time the
sort
ref
of
has called for that in this round.
for action in the
Yeah.
fight. Yeah, it speaks to the nature of fight we are having. It's a cagey bout, really.
Does
Cagey
it,
affair so far.
does that mean that one fighter might be having a point reduced in case inactivity does continue?
Yeah. Question is
I
who?
don't think that's about to be happening.
Exactly, that's the question. Who is the inactive fighter?
But I think they have given us some fair, striking. Really.
Yeah, I'd say kudos to both fighters. Exhaustion is kicking in. So, like we did mention at the beginning of this round,
We expect
you
them
are
to slow down right
Powerful
about this
punch from
point.
Cyprian.
Good punch right there.
I like what Kennedy is doing, cutting off the cage.
He has tried
Kennedy
to
is
cut
mounting on the pressure slowly. By the way, we've not been noticing, but he's been slowly turning up the knob. Making the kitchen hotter.
Kitchen hotter is what we are seeing, but Kennedy loves his kicking.
He
He throws those high kicks, taking advantage of his
Those leg kicks have really been landing for Cyprian all
Been
fight long,
landing
man.
all fights. He has needed to do that. I think with Kennedy, perhaps you'd want more to see with a slightly taller man, the reach advantage.
No,
I don't
like
think we've
that.
seen too much of that. Another interesting combo. Good
Like that.
combination.
You see what's just happened? Kennedy's been following up that first shot with another, with a second or third shot, and the combination has helped him
Yeah.
in the last 20, 40-second exchange.
Yeah, whenever he follows up his jab, he does actually get something.
Come on.
Action is what the man at the center is calling for, is what we came for.
The fight is ending. I think this is when you should throw caution in the wind and really go for it.
Absolutely throw caution to the wind. Try to go for it because this is going to be a very close call from the judges. One of these two has to take a few more risks to make sure they can actually guarantee that victory.
Those leg kicks have been money. Money for Cyprian, man.
Wow!
Oh, spinning back fist. Beautiful.
Back fist finally.
This is back.
Gets his back.
Oh.
No trouble at all.
Fails to
10 seconds
capitalize
to
yet
go.
again.
Oh,
10 seconds to
beautiful
go.
combination.
This is it.
This is it,
About
exactly.
7 o'clock. Get
Exactly.
it.
Just put it out there, man. Just leave it out there. That's it.
And it's
that
a
is
wrap,
it.
ladies and gentlemen.
What
The
a
third
close.
round is done.
Slightly, very slightly. At I'd say maybe 10-9 in the first round to Kennedy, a 10-9 in the second round to Cyprian, and then a 10-9 in the third round to Kennedy. So very slightly. It may be a split decision with the judges, but Kennedy just slightly outstruck. Maybe the better use of the striking, maybe the more variety of the strikes. But then obviously the power, man, because every time Cyprian would touch him, Kennedy would feel it.
This is becoming a chess game.
I think it's going to be more about who landed the most strikes.
Volume, you think volume
I think
And now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight our first bout of action in the 1Zone MMA. And the welterweights, scoring it at 85. And for the champion at 87. Ladies and gentlemen, by unanimous decision, champion tonight, welterweight 1Zone MMA, Sserunyage!